Hi, this is Anna Skye from Download and Print, and I have been loving all of the vintage styled wedding invitations that I've been finding on Pinterest and the wedding blogs. And so I decided to make a few DIY friendly vintage type invitation templates. You can personalize them using Microsoft Word. I've designed them to be easy to use. If you've ever used Word for work or school, you can use it to make this invitation. And the key is that all the this invitation template is designed to be printed on 8.5 by 11 cardstock like this. And I picked up a pack of it at Office Max or Staples or any of the big box office stores. You get like 250 sheets. And what's great about it is you can use this same paper to make your invitations, your RSVP cards, everything that you see shown in this tutorial. So you don't need to buy expensive kits. So what I've done is I opened up the template in Microsoft Word and printed it out on natural cream colored cardstock. And you notice that there's 2 to a page, and then there's these little trim lines. I'm going to use that with my paper trimmer to trim it down to the final size. So I just push it all the way up against the top, bring my trimmer down, and cut along like so. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's going to be a lot of cutting, but you can actually cut 5 sheets at a time on here. I'm going to cut out the second one just to show you. And I'm just holding up, lining up the dotted lines, trimming like so. And all of our templates work like this. So once you get the hang of using the cutter, it's no problem. So there you have the invitation like this. And then we have Word templates for the RSVP card, and you just trim 4 to a page. And then the address label. Now the address label you could actually print on Avery template 5160, but I wanted the natural cream color to match the invitation. So I actually am going to print it on the same cardstock, cut it out, and then use tape to tape it to the envelope. So let me show you my favorite little tool, which is this 3M tape gun. Let's trim out one of these little address labels like so. And with this address label template, you don't need to have pretty handwriting. This is actually a font in the computer. You just type with it, and it looks like you have this pretty old-fashioned type. So I'm just gonna trim this out so you can see. So there's a little address label. And because it's a template, you could actually use this for your address labels and then go back and then type in like, thank you for sharing our wedding with us, punch a little hole and use this as a little gift tag for your favors. So think outside the box with how to use these templates. Now here is my A7 black envelope. This is called a Euro flap when it's pointy like this. I have a link to all the supplies I'm using here. And I think the black and the cream is just this great classic look. And I just want to stick my address label here. Now I'm using my favorite adhesive, which is transfer tape. And it's double-sided tape in this really cool gun. And what I did is I bought this at Michael's. I used my 40% off coupon. It came out to about $20, and it is the best way to adhere things. Now if you don't want to invest in a gun like this, you could use this Elmer's wrinkle-free glue. Now don't use a glue stick or Elmer's liquid glue. You want to make sure that if you use a glue, it says wrinkle-free, or else you're going to get those ripples and bubbles like you do when you do crafts, like when you're a kid. So you could use a little squirt of this, stick it down. It's your choice. You could also use the peel and stick, you know, double-sided tape, but I'm going to use my gun because it's awesome. So I'm going to flip it over, pull the trigger, roll back, and it's just put a little swap of tape like so. And then I'm going to stick this down. And what I love about this is with just like, this pack of paper is $12. And I could make probably, I don't know, 250 invitation sets. That's, you know, and we're talking about black and white prints. So you can make this for really cheap. And if you didn't want to print on a printer like this, say you don't have one at home or you don't want to use ink, whatever, you could take the template down to Kinko's and run off black and white copies. So there you have it, vintage type invitation template set. Click the link here to get the Microsoft Word templates. Make comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and have fun DIYing your own wedding.